Hey, you. Okay, so I'm gonna try to explain this simply. If I miss something, if I'm not very understandable, let me know, and I will try to do what I can to explain it. So I'm gonna start with the customer side of things. Obviously, this is my website. When they click Book Now, it pulls up my booking page. Gives all the different stores I offer. I have added local stores, places where customers have sent me before, in addition to the national chains that are on the Dumpling app. Obviously, click on one, then you can see the options for tipping, if they want to tip after the delivery, before the delivery, however that works. You can add more than one store at a time, so no more 2 different orders for 2 different stores, all that, because you can do it all at once. Once they pick their store and their tip, continue, obviously, pick your day and time of delivery, put in all of their information, their address, and then book the appointment. Once they do that, either on their phone or the website, it's all going to look the same. Up here in the corner, it'll say sign in. They click on that, put in their phone number, and get a text message with a code. They put in that code, they're automatically signed in, always, until they sign out. Once they sign in, they can go into My Appointments or My Profile, and then add a card on file. They have to have a card on file before you shop for them, or else you won't be able to charge them. And you'll notice that once they put in their card information, they have to click this authorization to authorize to store the card for future purchases until they cancel the authorization. Once they click that, that's when the add card button becomes available. If that's not clicked, they can't add it. So there are contracts in the Square website to send to them for credit card authorization for card on file, but with them clicking that, you don't need the contracts unless you just want them. So that's the client side. Obviously, when they go to their appointments, they can see upcoming appointments, past appointments, they can change them, they can cancel them, however that they want to do that. So going on to your side of it. So when you sign in and put in all of your information for your bids, this is the dashboard. This is the home page. You'll see that I have a balance of a little over $5 because I did an order for myself because I wanted to make sure that it was doing what I wanted it to do. To add in your services, I suggest you do that first. You go to home, click those little 3 lines, obviously, then go to items. Under items, you go to service library. Item library is if you're selling something individual to them, as it shows on there, water, coffee, chips, whatever. Service library is where you're going to add your stores. So you create a service, you put in the name. Obviously, I already have an Aldi, but we'll just leave it there. You haven't added your taxes yet, so right now it's going to show taxes, but after you add your taxes, you can go in and fix that. So maybe do your taxes first. That's really up to you. I already have mine in there, so I will do my taxes as a shopping and delivery fee, and I'll explain that too, how to put in the taxes for that. For this right here, you own your customer. Sorry, I'm kind of nervous. You're the only one that's going to see this square right here. It's just a way for you to tell one store from another easily. Now, what I do is, because I have all the logos saved for the website, is I went in and saved the logos. There's Aldi. So that always pops up for me whenever they do Aldi, so that I can just look really quick, see the logo. Okay, I know where I'm going. But I mean, it's up to you how you do that. For price, I did variable because, you know, we don't know how much it's going to cost. The duration, I always do an hour because that's how long my time blocks are. I don't want people to be able to schedule every 30 minutes because I can't do shops in my area in 30 minutes. So You can add processing time for double booking if you want. Really, that's more for people that like run a salon or something, and like they do a color and they can do a cut while the color's processing, or things like that. I wouldn't just double booking, unless you know for sure your clients are going to want you to shop at the same store. Extra time is just if you want to give yourself so long between orders. So if you wanted to say a 20-minute break between orders, then if you did it within every 30 minutes somebody scheduled, they wouldn't be able to schedule that 30 minutes after because you already have it blocked out. Obviously, I don't do that. It needs to be booked by customers online, or else they won't be able to see the store that you offer and be able to choose that store for their order. Once you do that, keep scrolling down to add variation. This is how you're going to add your tip percentages. So you're going to name the variation, your tip percent, a 10% tip. The price is still going to be variable. And again, like I said, all my durations are an hour. So that's important. Then it's very important you go to online booking. Make sure it's bookable by customers. And the price is where I put my percentage fee or a flat fee if that's what you charge. So this one would be 15% of the in-store total. Then done, save, and there you go. Well, once you add all your variations for all your different tips, save, and you are good to go. Do that with all of your stores. Mine all have the same on all of them. I have a couple that are a little bit more. Trader Joe's, Sam's, those are all 20% of the delivery fee. The delivery fee is 20% because they are obviously a big box store and further away. After you get all your services in, resources, again, that's for like a salon. So you have a nail care or all those different things. I don't see why we would need resources, but hey, if you have something, great, use it. Modifiers is to change an item. Like if you're selling shirts and say they don't want a gray shirt, they want a blue shirt, that would be a modifier. Obviously, that wouldn't be something that would go for us either. Categories. I didn't use categories because all I have are stores. There's no reason to put them in a category. Discounts. Now I do have discounts on here because I give half off the service and shopping and delivery fee for first-time customers. However, discount doesn't work the way it's supposed to. I suggest using them, but hey, if you can figure it out, that's great. Sales taxes. That's where you put in your percentages and your shopping and delivery fee. It will not come up on the receipt as tax unless you name it a tax. So you would go to create tax, put in the name, the percentages. You want to add it to the item price instead of including it in the item price. So they do have that line on their receipt that says shopping and delivery fee, tip, whatever. You will notice that I have my half off deliveries here because that's the best way to do it for me to actually give them half off the delivery fee. I might change those names to say half off 15%. Maybe not. Okay, anyway, so that's the taxes. Let's see. Options. That's just showing your taxes, really. It's not really, that isn't really doing anything to it. I'm sure what that option is because that adds off to your, oh, that's fine. Sorry, like I said, I'm nervous. That's your variations. These are all the different variations that I've created for my orders. That's why that. Unit, that's if you need to measure whatever it is you're selling. Obviously, I don't need to do that. Custom attributes, obviously, I don't need to do that because they're all stores. Under settings, dining options, doesn't matter. Comp and void, again, that's for restaurants and options. And we don't carry inventory. Well, at least I don't, so that's not a big thing. The online checkout is important because under on checkout is where you do your checkout link. This is for your, that one actually. This is for your tip after delivery because there's a way for them to add a tip after delivery because you're charging them store. So you can't, you're not running their card and saying, okay, add a tip if you want. So you're going to create a link to collect a payment. Title of it obviously is added gratuity, extra tip, or whatever you want to call it. So I always add thank you to things. You're going to allow them to a custom amount and then get the link. And this link you can add into your text message or put it on your receipt. I have my receipt, and you can actually see what receipt looks like, and I'll show you that in a minute. But I don't know that it's actually a clickable link within a receipt. I might have to put it into my message. So that's something that I still need to go on. But you will have it there anytime you need that link again. You just go back to online checkout, add a gratuity, and then copy the link. So once you have all of that done, oh goodness, sorry, I thought I was going to sneeze. All your servers are all ready to go. The next thing I would do, go into, I guess, if you want to go account and settings, you can add your, not my bank account, that's not what I want. Under business, that's where it is. You can add locations if you have more than one. Obviously, mobile location, because I don't work out of my home. They don't sell you groceries out of my house. Pricing and subscriptions is if you add things, like you add, they have like a gift card option. I think it's $40 for 20 gift cards, something like that. Or if you have several shoppers under you and payroll, things like that, that's what that subscription is for. Transfer is just for when you transfer your money to your bank account. You can add money or you can transfer it out however you want to. You need a link out for that. That's really, I mean, and your taxes are here. Here we go, the receipt. This is what customers are going to see after you use them. This is the receipt. You can add in your logo, pick your brand colors, and all of, I don't have printed receipts, so I'm not worried that one. Obviously, I want to show an item description because I want them to see that 15% delivery fee and all of that on the taxes and things like that. I want them to see the store name on there, the stores they chose, things like that. I'm not showing the location because my business is mobile. They don't need my location data. Although, one thing that does show, even if you have that or not, I think, is whenever you charge their card, automatically comes up on the receipt the location where the card was charged, which is kind of new. Anyway, so you can put in your social media information so they can easily get to that. Return policy if you have it. This is where I added my custom text with my link for the additional gratuity. But as you can see on the example receipt here, the link is a lot bigger, and I don't think you can click on it. I think that's going to have to be something I add into somewhere where they can click on it. Anyway, so you can see what your receipt's going to look like when they receive that. If you go into balance, you can see what's in your available balance, what money you've brought in, what money you spent on the card, you're using the card to pay for groceries. It's all right there. If you go to your Square card, that's where you sign up to get your card mailed to you. Now this here where my name is on the card, and yes, I know that's what I go by. That is my legal name, which is, I don't go by that. They actually have different options for you to customize your name in different fonts. It's really kind of cute. I think they have a lot of different options. You can click on show card information. They will email you a confirmation code. You can actually go ahead and see your card number. And mine's been shipped, so I can go ahead and activate it if I want, put it in my Google Pay, and start using it immediately. That kind of makes me nervous because I've never actually used Google Pay, but it might be something I can start trying just because I don't want to wait the 5 days before my card gets here to do an order and see if this works how I think it's going to. Anyway, you can change your billing address, notifications of when you spend your card, your PIN number, all of that. And once it's activated, you'll be able to lock it in case you lose it or something. You can obviously see your activity, again, what you have brought in, what you've spent off the card, transfer it straight to your bank, things like that. And your transfer settings, you can set it up so it will automatically transfer to your bank every night or every week, however often you want to do that, if you want to do that. So I think that's basically all the setup stuff you need, unless you want to send people invoices. Here's the contract part where you would go in and send people contracts for their credit card authorization if you wanted to do that, like that. Okay, so the next thing would be the calendar. You can get your calendar from the web page. You can go there, see your whole yearly, monthly, however, if you want to look at it all at once. If you go to calendar, to appointments, and then online booking, visibility, and display. Obviously, you want to enable search engine discoverability, I would assume, so people can find you another way. But the most important thing here is the order of the stores, if that's a concern to you. I put mine alphabetical order because it was driving me crazy. Plus, it's got to be easier for the customers to find it in alphabetical order. Your booking site, they give you that link. You can't change it. I tried. You can make yourself a website. If you don't have one, you can create a booking button to put on your website. Now, I already had buttons that led to other places. Like I had a button that said download app, and it automatically sent them to the link where they put in their phone number and get a text. So what I did was I created a button and just copied the website here and changed the button on my site to link back to my booking site. So I didn't need the HTML code put in website. I just needed the website itself. So anyway, but it'll walk you through that if you need to. Also, embedding websites, if you want people to be able to book directly from the website, they can do it as a sidebar, do it as a half page, do it as a main content area of your website, which I'm actually considering doing. That way it doesn't send them to a different site whenever, because if you notice, when I clicked on my website, it sent you to a different web page. But if they could do it straight from my site, I think that would be nice. So that's something we're going to have to look into. Settings on your appointment is important, I think, as well. So you hit settings and go to calendar and booking. Where do you accept appointments? At the customer's location, always. So they can put in their address for their delivery location address as soon as they book the delivery time. Otherwise, I have to text you, or you're going to have to text them and say, hey, where am I taking this? I also have it set up to to where I have to accept or decline the appointment request. So that way, if somebody sends me a delivery request for, say, Sam's for a 6 o'clock delivery on a Sunday, well, Sam's closes at 5. So I would be holding their stuff for an hour before I delivered it, unless they wanted me to deliver it early, things like that. So I want to be able to check the booking requests that are made before they get accepted and the client gets a confirmation. So if there's, some kind of booking mishap or something like the store isn't open or whatever reason, I can text them first and say, hey, I received your request, but for this reason, I need to change it. And then you can change it yourself without having to cancel it and have your client redo it. You can change it yourself before you accept it, and I'll show you how to do that so that it's best for the both of you. Now I also locked my time zone, so clients couldn't ask me for a delivery in a different time zone. I don't know why they would, but they gave it as an option. So, hey, I'll take it. My appointments are scheduled on the hour because that's usually about how long it takes. I'm shopping at 10 a.m. I deliver at 11, usually 10, 15 minutes before, but sometimes a little longer. So mine are always on the hour. You can change that to quarter hour, whatever works for you. I also have it to where people cannot do same day deliveries. They have to order it at least the day before. And they can order out as far as a year from now. I can't see anybody doing that, but it's nice to have that option, especially since I have a woman that was every Friday for noon delivery. And now we can go ahead and block her out so that I don't have to worry about anybody trying to take her time. I do let clients reschedule, cancel appointments. I've never actually had a client try to do that, so I'm not so concerned about that one. On payments and cancellations, I book without no-show protection. Like I said, I've never had a client that try to cancel it too soon or right when I started shopping or whenever, so I'm not worried about that. You can book it with no-show protection where they put their card number in, their credit card number in when they book the appointment, so that if they cancel it within however refers to your cancellation policy, you can charge them a cancellation fee if you wanted to. Like I said, that's not an issue for me, so I'm not concerned about that. The other thing is you can require a prepayment, which I can't see any of shoppers using, only because we don't know how much their groceries are going to be. If you did require them to pay beforehand, you would have to have them pay a fixed price, and then you'd have to do refunds or ask for more money, and who wants to mess with all of that? But so booking without no-show protection, that's what I have. Communications. Right now, I don't have customers that have me so busy that I think they might order 7 days in advance and forget that they've ordered it. So I don't have them sending reminders or confirmation requests or anything like that. Eventually, hopefully, I will get busy enough that that will be a requirement, but right now, for me, that's not. Now, Square Assistant. Whenever they book an appointment, we'll get a text message from, and I think it's like an 800 number or something that says this merchant uses text messages to confirm appointments. Your appointment is it has been accepted at this time, this day, whatever. If you have Square Assistant turned on, they can reply to that text message and cancel it or change their appointment time or anything. I would rather them contact me directly for that, so I've turned off Square Assistants. So digital contract, that is what I was talking about with that credit card on file. If you want to use that, you can. There are other contract templates I didn't really look at because I didn't really see anything that would be part of our business, but that's completely up to you. I chose not to because they do have that authorization. They have to check when they add the card on file. So that wasn't a concern to me. Email notification customization is just for emails to you and emails to the client. And like I have that turned off, so I didn't even worry about checking any of those. So that's everything on here. That's actually everything I think. Oh, customers. If you go here, you can see your customers and you can add notes. And I know that was something people were really asking for as a feature request for the Dumpling app. But you can, let's see, this is my dummy account I made, my cards on file. You can look at their upcoming appointments. You can book appointments for them. You can, women's haircut. That was the sample service they had when I created my account. But so you can add notes. So this person is vegan, this person prefers organic, whatever kind of note you'll need to save. Birthdays, anniversaries, things like that would be things I would save because I would like to, make those special for the clients. Files, what I plan on using this for is with Square, you do not have to take a picture of the receipt before you charge the client. So you just charge them and go on. But in case something goes wrong or they have questions about past orders or something, I don't want to lose that ability to be able to say, I have this picture of your receipt. So I plan on still taking pictures of the receipts and uploading them into the file section underneath each customer. So, and it also, of course, gives you the summary, number of visits, last visits, how much they've spent, their average amount they spend, all of that. So, which I think that's all really awesome. You can have all that. Feedback, you get, your clients can send you feedback. Now it's private feedback, so it's not something that will be there for everybody to see, but of course you can take that and put it on your Facebook page or your website or whatever so people can see it inside so everybody knows what that is. You can change your profiles, email collection. options, things like that as your customers go. But I think that's pretty much everything, unless you're planning on adding team members, which I couldn't help you with anyway, things like that. So moving on, I actually have an Android emulator. Hold on a second. This is going to change my screen. Give me just a second. I have an Android emulator to show the app, the phone app, so you can actually charge your clients. So when you open the phone app, it's immediately onto your calendar. My mom was very helpful and made fake orders, appointments for me so that I could show you guys this. So this is the phone app. What you open it when you see. Everything you can do from the website, you can do here. You can put in notes for your customers. You can change service options in stores. You can invoice people. You can see your reports, your debit card balance, change your settings. All that stuff can be done in the app as well as on the website. Okay, so you're at the store. You're ready to charge your client. This is how you do it. You open the app, you click on their order, and this is what you see. Okay, she wants me to shop at Crest. She's going to tip after delivery. She has a 15% in delivery fee. Okay, great. So you're ready to check out. So what you do is you hit review and check out. Then you click on the store. You put in the price. Let's say this was a $150 order. Save it. You make sure, even though it's already there, I always make sure 15% shopping and delivery fee is marked, so it will be charged. You hit save, and what do you know? Hey, there it is. The delivery fee, the delivery amount, the shopping fee, there you go, ready to go. If they did send you to another store on the way, you can add a service, you can add an item or a discount. Now, let's say this person, my mom, it's her very first order, and you want to give her half off the shopping and delivery fee. Well, if you do it as a discount, let me show you what happens. What it does is the discount discounts the $150 by 7.5%, and the shopping and delivery fee goes off of the 150 minus the 1125, not off of the 150 itself. So it looks a little funky. It's off by just a tiny amount, but it's still off. So I don't particularly care for that discount because it doesn't do it the way I want it to. And now I don't know how to remove that discount, but that's okay. So what I need to do when I go in and give her the discount, I need to take off the 15% shopping and delivery fee and add in the 7.5% fee here. So it is actually half off. See? So obviously I'm not going to charge her because I didn't actually shop, but that's how you do that for one store. You can actually do multiple stores at one time with different shopping and delivery fees, different tip amounts, and it only goes for the store it goes for. So another one from my mom. And I've already edited this one before I accepted it. They were both set at 2 hours, and I went in and I edited the time on Sam's Club to say 0 minutes instead of 1 hour. So you can do that. So I didn't really edit anything, but I'll go ahead and say save. Okay, so I've shopped. I'm ready to charge. The one thing about this is you can't use, unless you already have the money on there, you can't use your Square card to pay at a multi-store location. You can't pay at the first store for a multi-store location. A multi-store shop, I mean, because you won't know how much the second shop is. So that's one issue I'm going to have to figure out how to handle having the money up front. But I don't have very many people that send me to more than one store at a time, so that's an issue for another day for me. So, okay, so let's look at this. She did a 20% tip on Crest, and Crest is only a 15% shopping and delivery fee. And then she did a 15% tip on Sam's, which has a 20% shopping and delivery fee. So how this is going to work is you click on Crest, say it's $150, just like before. Save that. So the shopping and delivery fee is 15%, and she wanted a 20% tip. So you put them there and you save it. And there you go. Your shopping and delivery fee, $22.50, your 20% tip, $30. So now you add in Sam's. Say Sam's is $75. And it was a 20% shopping and delivery fee on Sam's, which is there, and a 15% tip, which is there. So you're going to save that. And if you look, the 15% tip is only on that $75. And that 20% shopping and delivery fee, $15, is only on that $75. So I think that's pretty cool that you can do 2 different stores, different tip amounts, different shopping and delivery fees, and it still work out the way it's supposed to. That might be a little confusing for your customers, so if you don't want to do it that way, you know, that's up to you. I think it's really kind of neat. So that's everything on the app. And of course, I'm not going to go all the way through the charge, obviously, but that's everything on the app. The next thing I was going to show you guys was AnyList, only because I really love AnyList. Let's see, where am I? Here I am. Okay. So AnyList, if you want to use it on the web, you sign in, and then, whoops, I still think I'm on that app. Launch AnyList for the web, and you can see this is actually a daycare. The list that's up is a daycare I do every Friday at noon. This is their order from last Friday, but you can see she added the pictures herself, or I could have done that had she wanted me to, you know, either way. It's very handy. She put all the different stores where you can find things, Aldi, Natural Grocer, Sprouts, and I can go in and filter it. I'm at Sam's. I only want to see the Sam's items. Oh, okay, that's what I need to get. So, and you can do that with every store. I just think that's awesome. You can sort by category or not, but anyway, that's just AnyList for the web. The app looks exactly the same, and you can do all the sorting on there as well. So whichever way your customer, if you want to use AnyList, but I just thought I'd show you guys because some of y'all had questions about that. So I think that's everything. And if you have any questions, let me know.